Hello and welcome back to Tommy's Top Shelf Comics. I'm Tommy, joined by Murphy.
Hello.
We're back with your top 5 comics for the week of March 22nd, 2023. Another week, another set of comics are hitting the shelves. So, our number 5 this week. Before we get into our number 5, Murphy, how was your week?
It's been good, man. I was about to say this year is already rolling by real fast.
I know, right? It's crazy.
End of March, like
Don't say end of March. We still got a week and a half.
It's end of March. Like once you have more, like less days ahead than you have behind you, it's the end.
Yeah. Okay, fair.
Yeah, but no, this week I've been kind of busy with other stuff, but I did manage to read a couple books that we've had on our lists recently. Adventures of Superman, John Kent.
Yeah, how was it?
It looks like it's going to be pretty sweet.
Nice.
Just like we thought. I mean,
oh yeah.
I mean, it's off to the races. Like first issue, he's like we already know what's happening. Ultraman's just killing Kal-Els. You know, it's quick.
Very cool.
So no, I really like that one. And being caught up on Amazing Spider-Man, obviously, is always a plus for me.
Yeah.
But so that will take us right to our number 5, which is The Amazing Spider-Man number 22. So who is this mysterious figure and what do they have to do with Peter's and Mary Jane's disappearances? I like when they're short and sweet like that.
Yeah. It's a whole synopsis.
Yeah, so this one I love the series, obviously, and what Zeb Wells is doing. And I think finally we're getting there. Like they keep telling us, like, oh, you're gonna find out what happens. But obviously we won't find out for like 3-4 more issues.
Yeah. Right.
But I think this one's gonna introduce us kind of to the big bad, who's behind everything that did happen, whatever that is.
Sure.
So yeah.
So this is the one we get answers.
No, never. It's gonna be like I said, it's like 3 more issues.
Okay.
Hopefully not though. But I love this cover.
It's very cool. I'm very interested in this character.
I just love
this cover has pushed me. Yeah. This cover has pushed me to want to catch up now. I've been waiting for like the flagpole to go up and just be like, hey, this is now here's a reason why you should catch up.
Right. Yeah, I mean
because I was trying to hold out for like to actually wait until you told me that there was answers. I may start that earlier.
No, the bad guy that they do introduce right before this is pretty sweet. And he, like we were talking about, anyone who isn't up to date, sorry, spoiler, Mary Jane's got some weird powers. So they started to explain how she got them. And it looks like it's going to be like a supernatural, Spider-Man story, which I'm always down for.
Absolutely. But let's move on to our number 4. We got One Bad Day again. This time, Ra's al Ghul. I was going to pass on it. And then I realized it's a Tom Taylor one. I'm picking it up. Why won't Batman save the world? For centuries, Ra's al Ghul has wanted to save the Earth from the worst of humankind, and for centuries he has failed. Recently, his greatest obstacle has been the Dark Knight detective Batman. Ra's offered Batman a chance to be a part of his new world order, but Batman refused. For years, their Cold War has raged, but Ra's will have no more. Ra's will remove Batman from the equation and save the world, reciting it in his image and bringing the peace and prosperity all the good-hearted souls of this earth deserve. Don't miss this epic tragedy from the all-star creative team of Tom Taylor and Ivan Reyes. The last of the One Bad Day specials and one of the most epic to date. I almost didn't pick up the last one. I picked up every single one. And I was just like, this is enough.
You would have regretted that.
Yeah, I would have been. Because I was just like, there's so many of these, and they're $8 each. So like,
yeah, I mean, what we're at like Is it
Roz,
6? Roz, Bane,
Freeze,
Catwoman,
Bane,
Freeze,
Catwoman, Penguin,
Penguin, Riddler.
Riddler.
So 6.
6.
I mean, they're not gonna do a one bad day Joker. Like, dude don't really have bad days.
Yeah.
He already had the bad day, and then
True. They could have just
now
gone over that. Well, no, wasn't there a Two-Face too? There's a Two-Face.
there was a Two-Face, so 7.
Mhm.
We're definitely missing one then, because there's no
Probably.
way they just did 7. Like, that would be insane if they did 7. Not 8?
Uh,
No,
let's see.
but this is,
Oh,
I
and
mean,
Clayface.
and Clayface. Oh, yeah, that one was wild, where they did the acting
Yeah,
stuff.
so 8. 8 total.
Yeah, but no, this one, I mean, it's gotta be sweet. It's Tom Taylor, and all these stories are pretty cool.
Mhm.
I've enjoyed each of them. Like, and like the way they have different spins on the characters. Like, Bane isn't really all that bad. Like,
Yeah.
you know, Riddler's just like an abused little boy. You
Well,
know, just
did you know that they're
well,
coming
that
out
one
with
was normal.
Did you know they're coming out with a box set of these? There's a hardcover box set of Batman One Bad Day
Really?
where they're all hardcovered. It's like $160.
I don't
There's a
know if it
recent
was
in
worth all
August.
that. I
It
don't
there
know.
must be
I mean,
more.
that would be a cool thing to have. You
Yeah.
know,
Oh,
um,
and it includes a special edition Batman the Killing Joke by Alan Moore and Brian Bullen, featuring the original colors by John Higgins.
oh, in the so the
In
that's
addition
Joker's
to
bad day.
that's
You
Joker's
know,
Bad Day is the Killing Joke. Yeah.
is the killing joke.
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually pretty cool. And also, I've thought about recently trying to go more into like big collections like that. Like, I don't ever really do omnibuses or
Yeah,
hardcover,
I
uh,
tried for a little bit the whole omnibus thing. It's just very it looks nice on the bookshelf,
but it's
but if
big.
you actually just try and read a hardcover omnibus, it's a pain in the
Yeah, it's
butt. Like, it's
yeah,
not comfortable to do.
yeah. That's like really the one thing. Like, hell, I don't even really like compendium.
Yeah, same thing. The soft cover?
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, at least that's not too bad. But yeah,
Right.
it would be something that looks good on the shelf
Yeah.
that you have.
Yeah, absolutely.
Um, but that being said, I might buy
Moving
it.
on to number 3, we got Carnage number 11.
So Cletus Cassidy is back. Years ago, Peter Parker spurned the Venom symbiote and it created a monster. Last summer, Cletus Cassidy spurned the Carnage symbiote similarly, willingly rejecting it in favor of forcing his consciousness into deadly extrembiote armor. You've seen what happened to the Carnage symbiote in the months that followed. Now watch on in horror and discover what happened to Cletus. So this story has actually been pretty sweet.
Yeah, fill me in. I have not been keeping up at all.
Now, like, I thought this was going to be one of those little like side Spider-Man books, like we've talked about, where it's like,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
But I've actually enjoyed it, and it did not make the cut list for my
Right.
poll.
Yeah, I remember that.
Um, but no, it's like, so it's the Carnage symbiote, and he's now been rejected by Cletus, so he finds like this serial killer who is like worshiping him, and instead of bonding with him fully, he like takes him with him as like his pet, like
Interesting.
his guy, as he
Interesting.
goes on this like rampage. So the Carnage symbiote is like stealing powers from like Hydra Man and the Spot, like stuff like that, and like building a new power set, and like at one point ends up in hell trying to kill Malekith, the dark elf. Like, it's crazy.
Wild.
And then all the while, at the same time, uh, like a cop who was chasing that serial killer ends up with a piece of the symbiote that makes him hear Cletus Cassidy. So he's like following them to hell and all this stuff on the urge of this little symbiote that holds Cletus Cassidy's like consciousness. It's wild.
That
And so
yeah,
now
that sounds pretty wild.
it's wild. And so now, like, the last one of the last issues, uh, Carnage relit the Nidavellir Forge and is like having a god killing weapon created for him.
That's a
And so it's
crossover I
gonna
did not expect happening.
Oh yeah. Yeah. He's there just running the forge by himself with like his like sidekick and one dwarf.
That's pretty cool.
It's pretty wild. But then now it's gonna lead into obviously whatever this next uh symbiote event is going to be. And I'm cool with it. I like the way this is going. I'm sure it's gonna end at like, as soon as the event happens.
Right.
But I'll pick it up till then. It's
Cool.
very entertaining.
Absolutely. Cool. Well, moving on to our number 2, we got Vanish number 5. New story arc. Oliver Harrison sounds more like a cursed man than the chosen one. Psych wards, confrontations with the authorities, reality shifts, hexes, hallucinations, and bloody crime scenes. At least he has his lovely Aner to come home to, right? Right? Join us as the next epic Vanish arc begins right here.
Dude, if you haven't read any of it, people go read it. It's a fun book. It's Cates and Stegman at their best.
Nice.
Yeah. And like this
I'm
is
waiting for it to
obviously
build a little more.
yeah. Are
But
you pulling this one or are you
yes,
getting
yeah, oh
trades?
yeah. I'm
Yeah.
definitely pulling it. I'm just like I said, these kind of books are the ones I like to binge. So
Yeah.
being
No, I
5
mean, and
issues
that's the
in,
thing is like
yeah.
the first issue, or I mean, the first arc being done after 4, like, and all it did is like the
Well,
first
one
arc
was
was truly,
oversized, right?
yeah, the first one
Yeah, it
a
was like
bit,
a
it was bigger,
two issue size. Yeah.
yeah. Um, but no, I mean, they set up the world, and I'm pumped to see where it keeps going. Now, I will say it's not a good jumping on point because it's only 5 issues in. So it's like there's no reason not to go read.
Or pick up the trade and then pick this
Yeah,
up.
go get the trade and then get this because I mean it's cool. It's a cool story.
Cool. You know what I just
It's
realized? You know how we were talking last week about we haven't had a week without an image number 1?
This is a week without an image number
This is a
one.
week. There's almost one, but it didn't quite
There,
make it.
everybody out there, there is an image
There
number
is a number
one,
1 and it didn't make the list. It's not just because there isn't an image number 1.
and not because we decided not to have an image number one. We
Right.
just
I literally just realized that now.
but go
So,
pull it anyways. What is it? The last
the
Roman?
last Romans. It didn't seem for me. I didn't pull it, so I didn't feel like we could put it on the list.
Yeah, that's fair. But there is an image number one, people.
There is.
Also, by the way, I was like 2 weeks behind on comics. It's the first time indie comics have outstacked the other two.
Interesting.
Making the changes to the poll are real. We're moving away. We're breaking off to the indies, man. I'm about to
Yeah.
be so hip. I'm about to be the hippest.
All the cool
hippest,
kids.
hippest. Yeah, I'm just gonna be over there. Like I'm gonna have an Image T-shirt soon.
But there is a Nightwing issue out this week, so our number 1 this week is Nightwing 102.
Nightwing 102. All right, so Nightwing is a great leader, but not just because Batman trained him, or because of how Alfred raised him, or even because he has a heart of gold. It's because of his friends, and now that the Titans are in Bloodhaven with him, they can leap into the light together, which is perfect timing for the demon of darkness, Neron, to do something about it. Neron. Oh,
Sure.
demon.
Yeah.
Dude, we should call this episode Tommy's Top 2 Tom Taylor.
There's a lot of Tom Taylor on our lists.
I mean, he's killing it though.
Yeah.
Like even outside of Nightwing, like, he was always good. He always
Nightwing,
wrote.
John Kent. Before that, it was like Injustice.
Yeah. I mean, he did Deceased. He did what's it called? What was
Deceased
that?
was
That
fun.
one. The Dark Ages event and Marvel was cool. Like everything he's doing is
Dark
pretty
Ages,
good.
Knights of Steel.
Oh yeah, that finale's coming out soon too.
I
That's one I
cannot
wish you
wait
wouldn't have told me about until it was
until it was
done.
done.
Because I binged 12 issues in one night, and then I was like, "Oh, wait, I guess hey."
Yep. Yep.
But no, I mean, this one's gonna be cool too. I mean, I feel like we got Nightwing on here a lot, but, like, I think it's a bias. It's just a good book, and now that it's setting up everything, with the Titans instead of the League, I think we're going to start seeing them pop up. They've already moved to Bloodhaven in like the wake of Dark Crisis and all that stuff. It's like now it's time to start seeing Nightwing and the Titans, rolling around
Absolutely.
doing stuff.
Yeah. No, I'm
Even
like I said with
even
the
in
end of Dark Crisis, I'm here for it. I'm super excited.
I'll say it. I've liked every Dawn of DC book so far.
Mhm.
I always hate the gimmick of like, oh, this is the new age, but like
For
sometimes
this
it
year,
works. You know,
the age of
it's
this
better
year.
than Future State was.
Yeah, I agree.
It's better. I think that
Future
the
State
books.
was that did
I
me
know,
dirty.
I know it was bad. I paid for so much of it, and only like I even paid for some of it, thinking I was like, oh, I'm gonna sell this book, and then like it tanked. It was like you can only buy one copy of Teen Titans, but never mind, it's worth $1.
Yeah.
But no, I've liked everything that I've read for Dawn of DC, and I
Mhm.
mean they're just gonna keep on going,
Absolutely.
one character at a time, like the pages say. But this one I'm excited for, as always.
Yeah.
Plus, there's some cool covers. There's not many though.
No, but I
I do
mean,
like the one Jamal Campbell one,
yeah. Yeah, that's a
but
fun one.
at the end of the day, Bruno Redondo is great.
Oh,
Batman Spider.
absolutely. Like his main covers,
Yeah.
killing it. Did you see the one? I think it's not just got shown off. I think it's a couple months out. Yeah. It just got it in solicitations. 105. It's like him in like a point of view about to put on the domino mask and
Oh, that whole
jump off the
issue is
roof.
from Nightwing's
Yeah.
perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, I love that. That's what they do with this book.
Yeah.
Like the whole one-shot issue
Oh, yeah.
where it's all one scene, like that's awesome. I now an issue that it's from Dick Grayson's point
They're
of
doing
view. That's
fun, different,
that's crazy.
experimental. Yeah.
It's like Batman if there was more fun.
Yeah. Exactly. Now
Just
you understand why I read and like Nightwing.
yeah,
That
it's I
exactly
mean,
right there.
it's just more fun.
Yeah, it's you're
Um,
Batman, but you're not dark and brooding.
Dude, and then
I love Batman, don't get me wrong, but
oh, of course.
you
No,
can't have
no,
all dark and brooding.
yeah. You gotta have some light,
Yeah.
But no, the Titans are definitely coming soon because even in uh Adventures of Superman, he gets on like as soon as the world of ending thing of the moment happens, he gets on with Oracle and he's like, call the Titans. We got to handle this. And I'm like, yes, it's coming soon.
That's exciting.
And like the fact that like Wonder Woman and Batman aren't even going to be the starting lineup. Superman's not the young Superman will probably be called in, but like
Yeah.
I like the way they've done the transition.
Yeah. It's very cool.
So I'm here for it, obviously.
Yeah. And with that, we will be back next week with next week's top 5 comics. Leave your top comic of the week in the comments down below.
Or your favorite Tom Taylor story.
Top
There we
Tom Taylor pick of the week.
Tommy's top Tom Taylors.
Well, on that note, we will catch you guys later.
See ya.